anonymous. We don't ask permission. We don't wait for approval. Tonight we display a blueprint, not theory, architecture. A video appeared on Truth Social. A woman beaten to death with a hammer at a gas station in Florida. The President of the United States posted it himself. No blur, no warning, no context. The media called it cruel. His base called it courage. But both sides missed the real question. What is he hiding behind it? April 3rd, 2026. Chevron Station, Fort Myers, Florida. Nilufa Easmin, 51 years old, mother of two, store clerk, Bangladeshi immigrant who came to America the right way. Robert Joaquin, 40 years old, Haitian national, hit her with a hammer in broad daylight. Security cameras captured every swing. The Department of Homeland Security confirmed Joaquin entered the country in 2022. An immigration judge issued a final order of removal that same year. He was released under temporary protected status. That status expired in 2024. Nobody enforced it. He stayed. She died. Within hours, the video landed on Truth Social. Unedited, unblurred. The caption read, "This is the animal Biden let into our country." Democrats erupted. Media condemned it as inciting hatred. Platforms flagged the content. Commentators demanded removal. Exactly the reaction the video was engineered to produce. Not by the killer, by the man who posted it. Every condemnation drove more traffic to Truth Social. Every demand to take it down generated another news cycle. Every outrage headline pushed real policy questions off the front page. The machine worked perfectly. But here's the question nobody in mainstream media is asking. Why does a sitting president choose to post a murder video instead of proposing a single policy solution? He controls the executive branch. He has Congress. He has the Department of Homeland Security. He could fix this. Today. With a signature. Instead, he posted a video. The answer is in the numbers nobody is looking at. This is not the first time. Study the pattern. Every time economic indicators turn red, a crime by immigrant story surfaces on the presidential feed. Outrage ignites. The media chases the controversy. The public forgets to ask about inflation. It happened in 2025 when tariff prices spiked. A migrant crime post. 3 days of coverage. Zero follow-up on consumer costs. It happened in January 2026 when GDP projections were revised downward. Another post. Another cycle. Now April. Consumer Price Index just jumped to 3.3%. Approval ratings cratered to 33%. And a woman was murdered in Fort Myers. The pattern is not coincidence. It is a playbook. Look at what the video is hiding. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Inflation rose from 2.4% in February to 3.3% in March. Energy prices driving the spike. Yale Budget Lab. The effective tariff rate stands at 11.1%. Those costs pass directly to consumers. Every grocery run, every gas tank, every import. American families are paying the tariff. IMF projects 2% GDP growth for 2025. Stagflation warnings are already circulating. Washington Post and UMass polls. Approval rating between 33 and 41%. The lowest point of the second term. A president with these numbers needs a villain. Not a policy, a villain. Joaquin is the villain. Easmin is the prop. Now ask what did not happen after the video was posted. No phone call to the Easmin family. No executive order on immigration enforcement. No victim support fund announced. No policy proposal submitted to Congress. What happened? A Truth Social post, a media firestorm, a fundraising email blast within 48 hours. FEC records show the campaign war chest exceeded $300 million by the end of 2025. The pattern is documented. Every censorship event, every media condemnation, every platform flag. Donation spikes follow. The death of a mother of two became a fundraising trigger. When the economy fails, when prices rise, when the polls collapse, find an external enemy. This is not new. This is textbook political survival. Every administration in crisis mode reaches for the same lever. Redirect public anger toward an outside threat. Immigration is the lever. Migrant crime is the ammunition. But examine the math. Immigration enforcement is an executive function. The president controls ICE. The president appoints the DHS secretary. The president signs executive orders. If the border is broken under this administration, who broke it? And if it was broken before, what has been fixed since January 2025? The answer is the video itself. Nothing was fixed. The video is the fix. The video is not evidence of Biden's failure. The video is evidence that the current president has nothing else to offer. A leader with rising GDP does not post murder footage. A leader with falling inflation does not need a dead woman to hold attention. A leader with policy victories campaigns on results. This president campaigns on corpses. 3.3% inflation, 11.1% tariff rate, 33% approval, 0 policy proposals attached to the video. Violence is not the message. Violence is the shield, and behind it, nothing. Consider what this means in context. In any other democracy, a head of state posting unblurred footage of a citizen being murdered would trigger an ethics investigation, parliamentary inquiry, media accountability review. Here it triggers a donation page. FEC filings confirm the campaign apparatus holds over $300 million in cash. The machine converts outrage into revenue, death into dollars, a hammer attack into a Truth Social engagement metric. The woman's name was Nilufa Easmin. She worked at a gas station. She raised 2 children. She survived immigration the legal way. Her death is now a line item in a fundraising report. And to be clear, the pipeline that produced Joaquin is real. USCIS records show he received TPS after crossing the border in 2022. A judge ordered his removal. The order was never enforced. The Biden administration's catch and release mechanism failed. Court records from Miot versus Trump confirm the current administration tried to terminate Haiti TPS, but federal courts blocked it. The system is jammed between 2 administrations. Neither fixed it. Biden created the pipeline. Courts froze the fix. And the current president does not use executive authority to close the gap. He uses the gap. Every body that falls through it is content. Return to the question from the beginning. What is he hiding behind the video? The week that video was posted, CPI data for March leaked showing inflation jumping to 3.3%. Midterm elections approaching in November. Approval ratings at their lowest point. 3 red indicators in 1 week. The video dropped the same day. This is not compassion for a victim. This is not immigration policy. This is not national security. This is a smokescreen. A screen made of blood, sprayed across a feed to blind 200 million Americans from looking at the scoreboard. Nilufa Easmin. She will not trend for more than 72 hours. She will not receive a presidential phone call. She will not be mentioned in the next debate. Her children will not be contacted by either party. Biden's system let the killer in. The current president used her death as content. Both sides stepped over her body to get on camera. Her name will disappear from the cycle by Friday. The fundraising email will keep sending. This is American politics in 2026. They will say this video incites division. They will report it. They will suppress it. They will call it dangerous. But here's the fact they cannot suppress. A man sitting in the White House is using dead bodies to cover his own failures. Not theory, architecture. The blueprint is on your screen. Share this before it disappears, before the algorithm buries it, before the next victim becomes the next post. The truth does not need permission. We are anonymous. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.